Open
Welcome to the Warbear Podcast. It's been a while. So.
What?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
It's been a while. We've been waiting on getting new equipment. We got new equipment. We're trying it out.
Jason's still super excited intros.
Yeah. Yeah, but I can play down like a sweet guitar riff beforehand or something, so whatevers.
I just looked up and you're missing half your ceiling.
I am.
Not that you can see it, but
no.
He could see it.
Yeah.
Brent can see it.
It's okay. It's just a hole in the wall.
It's a skylight.
Sort of.
Without,
I don't mind it.
Without any sky.
The rent's alright for what that is. So
it's more like a plumbing light.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what have you guys been up to, Ted? What have you been up to since the last podcast?
I've been playing a lot of Magic.
Yeah.
Like, so, it's an insane high amount of Magic. Like, I went to my first PPTQ, which is a preliminary Pro Tour qualifier. So if I win that one, I get invited to the regionals, which is like basically the statewide competition. If I win that one, I get invited to a Pro Tour.
Oh.
I did not do that well because I decided to try a new deck the day of where I had not played it yet, and I went like 1 and 3, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go get a churro and call it a day.
Was it the churro any good?
Oh, the churro was awesome.
Awesome.
It really made up for it, and the fact that I had my daughter came with me, and she was like my own little cheering section. Yeah, it was good.
That's awesome.
I lost, but I picked up like $65 in books for like $15 and got a churro, and then went home and took a nap. It was a pretty good day.
That's all you've been up to since the last.
Basically, I have been working 45 to 55 hours a week.
Oh, okay.
I babysit like 3 days out of the rest of the weeks, and right before I go to bed at 2 in the morning, I spend about 2.5 hours playing Magic Online.
Nice.
And like that's literally all I've done.
What have you been doing, Brent?
Working and watching a bunch of anime.
Any good anime you're watching right now?
I know I'm gonna butcher the name. Shananon?
I've heard of it.
Wasn't there like
I think
a
you
lyric
are
in a song
butchering
like
They call her Shannon, and they call them flame hazes, and it's like there's 2 realms. You have the Crimson Realm and the Earth Realm, and some of the, I think they're called denizens, come over and basically eat like the human flames, which I'm assuming is supposed to be like their soul, and there's artifacts and that, and the main boy character in it has
a giant sword you get to use his soul ripple powers?
No, it's artifact in him. Midnight Child or something like that. The artifact's called. Basically, at midnight, his flame restores. He was killed, and they just do a flame, so the world he's slowly supposed to disappear, but that artifact keeps making his flame reappear at whatever they use. And basically, denizens and flame hazes can use their flame existence, to power up. But when they do that and take so many people out, it messes with the balance of the world. So the flame hazes are supposed to be killing the denizens.
This sounds like a mixture of Bleach and Attack on Titan.
It's kind of different. I like it. And of course you have your normal love interest in it.
Japanese love interest, because that's bullshit in America. They never hook up with who they should be hooking up with. It's always because Japanese culture is like, they love the cousin, or like the shy girl next door. Because apparently, you see this trope in a lot of animes where it's like, why is that guy so interested in that girl that he grew up with but doesn't really talk to? And that's because Japanese boys are so fucking shy that it's very convenient for them to hook up with like the girl next door.
So what you're saying is it's just easier.
It's so much easier.
So it's like, do I want to go after that one I'm probably more compatible with?
Right.
But this one I already know. It's like getting it's like getting a used car you know is reliable, then putting all your eggs in this new basket like Tesla.
If they can grow up with a girl that's sort of like a sister, that's money.
They're not actually related, so when I put it in,
so like an aggressive, strong female character is like too much for a Japanese male.
Basically, she's gonna end up a woman.
Yes.
Okay. She's the Bruce Jenner.
Yes, and that's why you see like all these strong, independent women are like big alcoholics and can never get a guy in animes. Yeah. Because they're just too. They're too like.
There is one of those in that.
Yeah, you'll see in a lot of animes like that. Yeah. So you said you're okay. So would you recommend that anime?
Yeah, I think it's so far. Granted, I've only watched season 1. I'm starting the movie, I think it is, for it, and then you're supposed to watch season 2 and 3.
And you said you're watching a lot of animes. Is there any other ones you want to recommend?
Of course, some of them are probably the more popular one. Is Attack on Titan. I really enjoyed that.
I did not like that one, but
I liked it.
The art was really good.
I finished all Funimation has an English dubbed for Fairy Tail.
I heard that was good.
Which, really eager to see if there is more of that. I really enjoyed that. What else? Dragonauts, that was really good. I enjoyed that. What are some other ones? Oh, this one, Rogue something. I have to look the name now. I really like this one. Has a little pervertedness to it, but other than that, it was really good.
I think if you're watching animes, I think that's kind of a give and take. Even Pokemon had a guilty conscience when it came to some pervertedness.
Oh, yeah. It had a little more childlike wonder to it, though. Like, it was more subdued, I guess.
Brock.
Eventually, yeah. But
how do you pronounce that?
Brock was after every...
That of the rogue hero.
Aesthetiak? Aesthetica.
Okay.
Aesthetica?
Something of the rogue hero.
Words.
It was really good. They only have about season 1. I don't know if it's the full season 1 on Funimation. I thought it was really good. Eager for the next season of it. To give some background to that one that was really good was it starts off, you have this fighter trying to leave one world and come back to the Earth realm, and basically he killed the Overlord, and the Overlord made him promise to make safe his daughter, and that he was worthy of protecting his daughter. And they're back in Earth realm where they have, basically they're among the few that have magical powers, basically, and so they have to be in this academy, and they're basically like the military group of the world. They keep the peace and everything like that. And it left where basically they're going back to her realm.
Okay. Weird.
But where I say the perverted part is the main hero has this thing, a lot of times when he gets in a fight, especially with the girls, he, I don't know, magically is able to just take their bra and panties and hold it up in front of them, and it just irritates the crap out of all of them. And he's constantly doing that to girls.
It's kind of fucked up.
Well, I mean, only girls? Like, because if he did that to guys, that'd probably end the fight.
Well,
that's too loose. No,
that's
you can't
with
swing
most
a sword
of the
and your
girls.
sword
It
hangs
does.
on.
They're all embarrassed and like covering up and like sitting down.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if I got in a fight with somebody and they like had my underwear in their hand, I'd be like, dude, I'm done. I don't know where this fight's going, and I don't want to find out. I'm out.
If it ends with me dropping the soap.
He doesn't even get to drop the soap. I'm just out after that point. Like, he has them, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm done.
I
You
can't
win.
deny that.
You win.
Wait, is it at least cute? Because if he's doable and it goes that route, I'm like,
That's a backfires. When someone's like, yeah.
I got him.
He's like, what?
You want the rest of it too?
Then you win.
Oh no, she's overly aggressive.
I'm not willing to win that way.
I'll fight dirty. I don't care.
Yeah.
But most of the girls of the show at that point, they're done. They just.
Yeah, I would be too.
A few of the girls, it completely pisses them off, and
Yeah, his power is a panty raider. Like,
Yeah, that's Japanese
And-
culture for you.
yeah, like I've seen those frat house movies. Like they don't like panty raiders.
they.
They get very upset.
Hence the name Rogue in the name of the show. He's considered the Rogue because he constantly is doing that. But
Because he constantly sexually harasses people.
And
Wait, is he the hero?
yeah,
He said he was a hero, yeah.
I'm not seeing how he's the hero here.
Because it's just
Like,
one of those,
like, how is this like a good influence on me? Like, okay, like, go to like Dragon Ball or Naruto or whatever. Like, they're kind of dim-witted protagonists, right? But at least they have decent values. Like this guy's like, don't worry, kids. If you get in a pinch, just steal their underwear.
I don't think this is for kids.
Not at all.
It's in Japan. They're gonna watch it. Right, there's probably like a dad, a mom, and a 5-year-old is sitting around like, all right, guys, time for of the rogue hero, and the kid's like, yay, stealing mommy's panties. It's like, no, no.
I don't think that's what happened there.
Are you in Japan? Would you be?
I wish I was in Japan.
It
I'm
would
not.
actually be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's one thing I want to do before I die. Is go to Japan.
Yeah, I want to go to Japan. We should go to Japan someday.
We should.
Yeah,
Just-
I
just-
definitely, I'll be down for that.
Fuck
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Just take like 2 weeks off and just fucking.
Well, I guess, is there any magic thing you would want to recommend? Since Brent's recommending anime?
If you play Magic, play it. Like,
That's it?
there's nothing I can really like
No
add
cards,
to it.
I guess no new cards or sets.
No, not really. Like,
Oh, wow.
we're in between sets right now, so
Mhm.
like everything that's out has been out long enough that if you play Magic, you're already either into it, or if you're gonna get into it, it's.
I guess what kind of deck are you using?
Give
away
right.
secret.
No, it's not. I was playing the blue-red zombies deck.
Mm.
I just didn't know how to play it. Like, it's one of the stronger decks in the format of Standard. I just misplayed because I didn't know how to play it yet.
I guess my week, or last podcast, I've been doing a lot of stuff too. Working on costumes, props, buying equipment, trying to figure out how to use that equipment.
I think we're figuring it out.
Yeah.
By we,
Well, I
you
mean,
and
I
Mike
can't
and
announce
Magic.
on the podcast now that I did buy a video capture device last night,
Yay!
and it'll be here next Wednesday. But that does not mean anything to the people listening to this. But we'll start doing a game channel, so let's plays.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Especially when I get my taxes back. Like, I have like a few goals throughout the year. Like, one of them is I want to drop a good amount of money on like a high-end streaming computer,
Mm-hmm.
so we can start essentially like a Twitch channel for Warbear.
Well, that's the thing I got can do that too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But like
So.
what we could do, like we can obviously have like just random gameplays put up on
Yeah.
YouTube, but then we also have like the Twitch channel, and then we take the Twitch replays and also throw them up on
Oh,
YouTube
yeah.
as well for 2 different avenues.
Well, that was like the thing. The thing I got. It said it's set up for streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
It's got a whole section on that. Like you can just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them kind of have the default
what
at
I was
this point.
gathering. Yeah, that's what I was gathering.
Yeah, it's like the premier place you can stream through YouTube, but you're gonna have a much larger audience essentially through Twitch, and then you can just have your replays be put up there on YouTube if you want.
I don't know. I never even checked out the live stream. I don't know. I'm not big on live streams.
There's a few I watch, but like more often than not, I use it when like Wizards of the Coast has like a pro tour for Magic. I'll watch those, but
they're super popular though. So
yeah, but like I've never got I don't know. I guess I can't. I have a hard time sitting there watching someone else play a game. Like for like 3 hours at a time, you know. Like when I see someone playing like Zelda Breath of the Wild, I get like 2 minutes into it. It's like, fuck, I want to play this like now. I don't want to sit here and watch you play it. I want to go out and get the fucking Switch and play it. But at the same time, like $400 is a lot of money. So
for the Switch or
and the game, it's like I think like $350. Like I don't have any of that stuff. Yeah, obviously.
Altogether, probably.
But like to go and just play this game, I gotta drop this amount of money on it, and
you're
adulting with life.
You're in luck because I'm probably gonna get that stuff for the gaming channel anyway. So
yay!
So we're just gonna have it anyway. I bought some Nintendo games for the thing, even though I think Nintendo's really strict on their
like what you can't use for licensing and shit.
You can't use anything. You have to like ask them permission too. Which is not it's not a big deal because from what I understand, you can just register and then they'll go, yeah, you can stream, that's fine, or let's play, that's fine. But they're like everybody else doesn't give a fuck because they just think of it free advertising, which it mostly is. I don't see why they would care, but they do, whatever. So we'll get all that settled.
If I remember right, reading in the Nintendo stuff, because that's something I was going to bring up later with you. The only thing I've seen in the Nintendo stuff is when you sign an agreement with them, you aren't allowed to cuss on any of their videos.
Wow. We'll see how that happens.
Well, I can't do any videos.
We'll see about that.
Unless
they
someone
do
learn
get
how to
upset if, there's a lot of cussing and swearing.
Well, I think if it's really popular or not popular, they don't give a fuck. If it's like right in that sweet middle part, then they kind of do.
I can never do Nintendo video. Like, unless one of you guys learn how to
no.
my fucking filter.
No. I've seen lots of Let's Plays of people playing Nintendo games and they swear up a storm. So
okay,
that's not even I doubt that's hardly an issue.
Yeah,
well, I wonder.
I do a video. It's the one thing that gets flagged.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you?
I think they mostly just don't want a negative output on their stuff for the most part.
Well, no one wants a negative output.
Yeah,
but
no shit.
I almost think like saying something negative about a game kind of draws more people to it. Like, honestly, people are more drawn towards misery than happiness. They see something kind of shitty, and they're like, "Oh well, it can't be that bad." Like Superman 64. I have that.
Shit. If the angry video game nerd can get away with it, if the Game Grumps can get away with it, and if Peter Butter Gamer can get away with like swearing up a storm in their videos, and Nintendo like gives them Switches, because I just saw that recently. They gave them Switches.
Yeah, but they're pretty decent sized channels, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like if it's
it's different compared to like us as compared to like James Rolfe. All right, like that dude is huge.
Yeah,
and we're like a pebble.
We're a pebble
in comparison. So like
we
do the like, we can crush this guy. Him, not so much. Like he's too big to be pushed around.
Right, but at the same time, like I like to say, it's like a sweet spot, because I think if you're not that popular, you can get away with it
because we're flying so far under the radar.
Well, so far under the radar,
and that was it's kind of who's gonna sit there and watch all their they have Nintendo stuff. We're gonna
they got people.
They have algorithms and stuff like that where like because you're watching like something from Game Grumps, and there'd be like 5 channels underneath that you never even heard of. Like I subscribe to Alternate History Hub because I like his content. Well, there's another channel called History Buffs where he takes like all those historical movies and breaks them down and how accurate they are, or like it's kind of like a review, but comparing.
I think
the
that's who
historical.
he sent me one of Dances of Wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which I really
never,
thoroughly enjoyed.
I didn't find him until this morning, and I've watched Alternate History Hub for like ever. So like I'm going through watching these videos, and there's something pops up about like the Patriots and Samurai, and I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, sweet. So I started watching those things. That dude is awesome. I've never heard of him.
Yeah.
Like at all. And so like because like Game Grumps or like Cinemassacre is like putting up these videos because we could have like the same tags as them.
Yeah.
Like they're doing like Breath of the Wild and we're doing Breath of the Wild. It kind of like correlates it to them. So like obviously we're not going to be like the first one in line. You know, it's going to put the bigger views and bigger channels ahead of us, but we're still in that conversation, albeit a very small voice.
Yeah. If people choose to click on it or not.
Yeah.
So
and
we're hoping to do like more of a comedy more than like a serious Let's Play.
Yeah.
I don't see that too often.
Well, a lot of the Let's Plays I see are usually by people who classify themselves as like legit gamers, and I am
not.
Out of the three of us, I'm the least gamer of us.
I think we all pretty are rusty at it.
Oh no. You guys at least like play like Final Fantasy and like all these other games where like my claim to fame is I beat Jake Kuhn once and got to disc 2 on Legends of Dragoon.
Yeah.
And I played some racing games. That's it. Like other than that, I play card games, man. Like I play Magic.
You're great at Smash Brothers.
Okay, yeah. I'm good at playing a game that is almost 17 years old that I played when I was 9. I'm doing great in the world. But you guys can like bring up stuff from like playing all the Resident Evil games and like playing
really
like Dead Space or
that's awesome.
You know, like playing through Portal, like games that involve you to be interactive with the game and like getting all the trophies in Arkham Asylum and shit, you know, like
that's hard to do.
I got an hour into Arkham Asylum and I was like, you know, I want a churro. So I go and get a damn, like, gaming's not that big for me. And you guys have, like, massive collections.
Was that churro that good that you keep referencing it?
Apparently, I guess. I didn't actually get a churro. I think I got a bagel when I was playing that. Like, I got, like, an hour and a half into playing Skyrim. And I know people who spent, like, hours and upon hours playing Skyrim. I couldn't do it. I got bored.
Yeah.
You know, so, like...
that happens.
But, like, Breath of the Wild, like, it's just so pretty. I just kind of want to run around in it.
I think it's part of the option. The appeal is that was the freedom of it was that you can run around in it.
That open world.
You don't have to do anything in that game, like story wise.
That's why people tell me I should play like Fallout and
Skyrim was supposed to be like that too. So
but like medieval. I like Skyrim. I just don't think I have the attention span to sit and play those kind of games.
Right.
Where it's, most of the time it's just. They tell you something, you hit a button and hack and slash something, and there's no real interaction.
Yeah.
For me, you know, like Portal seems like it'd be a really fun game for me to play because you gotta solve these fucking puzzles.
We'll play Portal.
We played Portal. We played Portal 2 that one night.
I mean, we'll play Portal on the channel.
I know, but like I had a blast playing Portal because you had to think your way through it. Whereas Skyrim is like, oh, go talk to this person, go talk to this person. That's why I don't play World of Warcraft anymore. Like it's just button mashing and whoever has the best gear, you know, like there's no real strategy or like who's the better gameplay involved, you know.
Oh shit.
Whereas it is like Mass Effect 3, I think would be like the last legit game I played, like all the way through. Loved it.
That was a good game.
Played the multiplayer, loved the multiplayer. I got really good at the multiplayer because it was about your interaction with the players and your ability to kind of adapt to the situation, which I liked, and how you base the stats on your character. It
wasn't. At a certain point, it kind of got stale.
Because they ran out of stuff for it.
Yeah.
But like comparing that to like just multiplayer of Call of Duty is like, oh, he's got a better gun than me, I just lose.
That's where I would say Battlefield was a little bit more flexible because it was more open and you got more options of vehicles and stuff like that. So it was a little bit more funner in that sense. But I don't really like online play anyway, so I mean that's appeal for some people, but
And I'm out there because I absolutely hate first-person shooters. I hate any of those.
Well, that's the thing.
the
Type
only
of
one you
shooter.
said was Call of Duty.
Well, no, like there's
It's not
like you got
just
you got
it's-
Halo, Call of Duty, I don't know, Battlefield. I think is a first-person shooter,
Battlefield
right?
is like I think you can be in third person in that one.
Well,
Yeah, but-
whatever. It's still a shooter
like-
game,
but,
and
like, Mass
I'm
Effect-
not.
Well, yeah, I know. Say shooter then.
I guess shooter games. I'm not like that into those games. Never really.
But the thing with like Mass Effect is like through all three games, it has a really in-depth story.
Yeah,
Ending sucks.
that's why they're rebooting it.
Yeah, I kind of want to play it. Like it looks good. Like
Eh.
like they have a line in the trailer where it's like,
Eh.
"You have an army, huh? I have a Krogan." I'm like, "Yeah, fucking Krogans are the shit." Except they're so slow and they can do a lot of
They're
damage.
tanks, dude.
They are, but like the thing I don't like about the Krogans is they get grabbed by everything. Whereas like when you play the giant Geth motherfucker
Well,
Juggernaut,
that's the old mechanics though. So
yeah, they might have updated it. Like,
Yeah.
'cause they were so slow and they couldn't get out of the way of the projectiles. I'd rather play as a human or a Asari and just Quarians for my shit though. Like they're such an intriguing species.
yeah.
Apparently, this is the Mass Effect podcast
By
now.
Mass Effect, yeah.
because I have gushed about this for about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I
we'll
think.
do a let's play of that too. I mean,
I've
Mass-
never played Mass Effect,
Yeah.
so I'm
I-
probably with some of you clueless of what he's talking
I
about.
think that's one of those games you would actually enjoy. Because it's not about, oh, I gotta shoot and kill this thing. It's like, there are things that happening in that battle that will, okay, we're supposed to affect what happens after that. So, like, you can kill certain things, like, okay, well, I killed this thing, now this thing happens. The next time you go and play through it, if you don't kill that thing, something else would happen. And that's what I like, is like, your actions do matter up until the very end where it's just like,
it didn't
pick a
matter
color.
at all. It didn't matter at all.
Yeah, it turned like that. I think that's the biggest like middle finger.
Yeah.
It's like, and then they go like,
It really
like,
was. Well, I mean, that's the fun thing too. I think with the Let's Play channel that we're gonna do, not necessarily a person who that's their favorite game is gonna be on the controller, but they will be a part of the Let's Play.
Yeah.
So I mean, you really enjoyed Mass Effect, and you think Brent would like it. Probably put Brent on the controller, and you just kind of be his guide throughout it.
I think I have all three.
Just like I like Metal Gear, and
you do.
I think I was going to put Tad on the controller on that one.
I played the first one, kind of was at the second one, and never played any more after that.
Metal Gear is intriguing because it kind of puts all the best aspects of those games just in one. It gives you, like, if you like being a stealthy assassin, which is what I prefer to do in games like that, is like going around and being like, you know, underhanded and shit. You can do that, but you could also technically go balls out and just fuck
You can.
people up,
Okay.
which some people like. I'm not that guy, clearly.
See,
For-
that's the
I
one
don't know
thing
why I just gestured to myself in an audio recording.
Yeah, he just gestured himself.
Again.
That's one thing I do like. I'll admit that seems to be, for the most part, most of the games I do tend to like are like Skyrim, where you can go through. To me, there's replayability, as I call it. You can go through and you can play as, you know, the mild-mannered character that does the storyline, does a lot of stuff, or you can just go through and just literally annihilate towns and kill everything as you go.
I had a friend who, when he got Skyrim, the first thing he did was he played all the way through, beat the game. All he did was the main storyline, went all the way through, did the entire thing. He was like, oh, that was fun. Next time he did it, he just took the biggest, strongest character type, gave him the biggest sword, and didn't do any missions. Just went around and hacked and slashed and killed everything in his path, got insanely powerful, and then just like breezed through the entire storyline and gave no fucks about it.
Yeah.
It was like, sure, you can do that.
You can do that.
You know, if your whole goal is, I just want to go around killing giants and mammoths and dragons and not giving a fuck about this fucking war, great, do that. And then there's other ones like me who wants to play the fucking cat dude every time, and then just walk around and not even use a weapon, just like keep my claws and do like the sneak attack fatality. Totally boss. Although it does take you immensely longer when you are literally sneaking everywhere. Like, you're in your own home. I bought my house. I'm sneaking through the house. Just
so nobody would hear you.
I'm alone.
You don't hear yourself.
But also in Skyrim, the more you do stuff,
it increases your skill in it, which I did like.
The more he was doing that, even just around his house, it increased his skill, so he could. And then compare that to say Assassin's Creed, where once you get to the part where you learn how to counter.
Oh yeah, the game's over.
Yeah, I loved that game. Then I learned how to counter. I played an hour longer where I never got hit, and I just killed everybody. And I was like, well,
that's all it was. Parry.
This is boring now.
Parry.
Kill.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
I think we're all excited about the game channel, and that should be really fun. So look forward to that sometime in the next month or so when we get that all set up and put up. So I will divert everybody because the one thing I wanted to talk about, I went and saw Logan.
I have not seen Logan yet.
You should go see Logan.
I haven't had time.
Yeah, I understand.
I thought about going Sunday night, and then I got off work at 10, and went home and watched that awesome 23-second match with Goldberg and Kevin Owens. I liked your message, by the way. Well, that sucked. I know.
I was being funny on Facebook. He was, got home in time. I'm going to watch this pay-per-view thing. And, people were giving him compliments and this and that. I said he needs all the compliments he can after that letdown.
I did. It was like the first time I had sex. Everyone was disappointed.
He was so excited. It was funny, you could tell. He was so excited to watch this match. And it was a whole whopping 20 or 24 seconds.
That's not fair. They were in the ring for about 10 minutes.
But the match was only...
It didn't do anything. It was... There was a lot of grandiose puffery, and then a spear and a jackhammer later... I have a disappointed lady in my bed. It was fine.
That was the match. Literally, Goldberg speared him, jackhammered him in the match, pinned him in the match. That was
Was that good for you? No, not even a little bit. Anyway, we're not talking about my non-sexual accomplishments. We're talking about
words.
But back to the...
You just keep trying to bring that up.
But back to the Logan thing.
Logan, I went Brent, and that movie was fantastic.
I did
like your post, and...
Where it was spoiler-free.
Well, yeah.
I like that.
Well, I don't want to spoil a good movie.
So now I'm going to sit here while they talk about my hand on my ears going, I can't hear you.
I'm not going to.
I don't know if this is any spoiler or not, so... I did like, for the first, towards your comment on Facebook about the acting in that.
Oh, yeah.
I do not remember the girl's name.
I don't remember it offhand.
She played so well, and it's not very often you can say somebody who 3/4 of the movie doesn't speak, but really, stole the stage from two well-known actors.
Well, I wouldn't say she stole it, but she was able to stand out amongst two actors.
Well, to me, she totally stole the stage in several of those scenes. She just, for somebody who didn't speak, to be able to put that much emotion, show that much emotion, and that much stage presence.
For her age, too.
For having no context to what you're talking about,
right.
As an overall consensus from what I've seen online, is the fact that when comparing to Sir Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman and saying, the kid did all right, that's a big-ass compliment.
Yeah,
saying that she wasn't overshadowed, these two are great, there was also a kid here. She was in the conversation, which is amazing for someone who's, 11, 12, 10? She's 10?
10, 8.
Yeah,
she can't be that old, or she's just super short.
Young.
Yeah. She really, and I checked her IMDb page, and the only thing she's ever really been credited for was some TV series I'd never heard of.
What was it called? Do you not remember?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. I can look it up.
We're not going to look it up. No, that's fine.
It won't take no long.
Okay.
But my thing was...
I really want to give her the credit.
It was watching that just really... I didn't expect her to have that much I knew she had a big role in it, but I really didn't. I really like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. That's what I went to see the movie for.
That's for Hugh Jackman?
I like watching him portray Wolverine, and I do enjoy that. But it was kind of a pleasant shock of how well, to me, she really...
The Refugees?
The Refugees, yeah. See,
what's her name?
Can you pronounce that?
Dafne Keen?
Dafne Keen.
She was really good.
She was really good.
And
she looked good in the trailers.
The trailers doesn't even do it justice, I don't feel.
No, not at all.
The movie was way better than the trailer.
What I've heard about it is, if you like a hard R with lots of blood and people
I don't even think that's
up,
even a thing on it. I would say if you just like a really good story.
I'm not saying it's not there, but what I'm getting told the most is like, if you like this stuff, you're gonna love this movie. The rest is just an additional bonus.
I guess me comparing it to Deadpool, I don't even really see how it was really a hard R. I didn't.
Oh, I saw how it was hard R. It was gory.
It had
there were limbs getting chopped off.
Yeah.
There was blood. But I would say...
That automatically makes it an R.
And there was tits. Just tits for tits reasons. There wasn't even a good reason for tits.
It was just a gratuitous sex scene?
No, it was just a gratuitous flash scene.
Oh.
I don't even remember that.
It was in the limo. When she's like, hey, driver, check these out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see, that's what I'm saying. But they just had tits for tit reasons. Like there was no.
To me, there was no point in that scene.
There was no.
That's why I don't remember it.
The only reason they did it is because they could.
Gratuitous violence, good acting kid, boobs.
I would say, if you're going for the violence of it, just because you're like, oh, I heard this is really gory, blah blah blah, you might be somewhat disappointed because it's there. But it's very sporadic. Like, it's sandwiched in, like, a very long story. It's like a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
And
it's long.
There's action scenes in it, but they're very quick action scenes, and it's not really part of the story. At all. I mean, Logan is running on E. I mean, half the time he's running like an old man trying to get to the bathroom quick.
He looks pretty haggard.
Yeah, he does.
So does Professor X, though.
Oh,
he looks like he's on his last leg. I was watching
he really is.
The Graham Norton show.
Mm-hmm.
Sir Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman were on there promoting
I saw segments of
the movie, right? And I was, from what I got from them was like the Professor X is like
circumcised.
Not
he is not.
But no, you're talking about dicks now.
I was on that show.
It was. That's not the part I was referencing.
I know it wasn't, but I saw it too.
Where it's like Professor X is like losing control of his shit, and like the only one who's around helping is Logan.
Yes.
Where's Jean? Where's
They're all
Storm? Dead. Like, oh, okay.
They're all dead.
How?
That would be a spoiler.
Okay, then don't tell me.
But there's no more. In fact, I don't think that's too much of a spoiler, but in the movie they established that there is no more mutants in the world, that they've been putting like a suppressive mutant gene in corn syrup so people won't become mutants.
So basically they're doing what the Scarlet Witch did, but without magic. Where she removed all the mutants.
Well, they didn't remove all the mutants. They just...
Over a course of time.
Yeah, they just died off. But
yeah.
There are very few mutants left.
It's the same thing in a different trajectory.
Yeah. So, I don't think Scarlet Witch is...
The end result is mutants are fewer and fewer and going away. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, that's
okay.
True.
This is where your rebuttal is like, well, this is why you're stupid, Dad.
No, I'm not saying that's why you're stupid. I'm just trying to imagine.
You didn't say it's not stupid. Though.
No, it's not you're not stupid. I'm just imagining Scarlet Witch's grand plan was to put fucking mutant suppressant in corn syrup and say, would you like a soda?
I drink her soda.
Yeah.
It was, like I said, to me, her performance, I really didn't expect it. And I know me and Jason's conversation on it was that was kind of our problem with the Ghost in the Shell stuff we've seen.
That's a whole other issue, but
she was not supposed to be showing a whole lot of emotion, and to me, in just the previews I've seen, you see a whole lot of emotion on her face, and that really bugs me, because that was...
Wait, okay.
He's skipping between two movies.
Are we talking about...
Ghost in the Shell.
Okay, because you were talking about the kid, and you're like, that was a problem with Ghost in the Shell, and I thought you were just making like a slight reference, and going back to the kid,
Ghost
and you're like,
in the Shell, she's showing too much emotion, and the first parts of that, where the kid was supposed to be, basically like traumatized and that stuff, she did a really good job of like no emotion on the face at all.
Okay, so the Ghost in the Shell is, or are we back to Logan?
Back to Logan. The kid did what we thought they should have done.
So what you're saying is, the girl from Logan did better
than Scarlett Johansson
at being Ghost in the Shell than Scarlett Johansson did.
That's
what you're trying to say?
She did a better job.
She should have done that.
Yes, where it's like no emotion, but still able to command the screen of just making her presence known.
No, because I would argue against that, because you're kind of right and kind of wrong. The girl showed lots of emotion in her face.
I'm talking at the very start of it. She did.
Yes, she did. Yeah, even there, I would say she did, because she was playing. She just played like that curious kid who didn't know what to say, kind of thing. And she was playing with the ball and stuff, and she was eating cereal. Like just kind of like this is a new environment. But even
in that scene, it isn't like she ever showed. What I mean is, she didn't show like she was angry at that point.
Masato in Ghost in the Shell should not be showing any expressions. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the difference there. She's a fucking android. Her eyebrows shouldn't move. Her fucking no smiles, just blank face. That's what I was getting at. Like,
okay.
Well, I'm just saying the kid did show a lot of emotion.
Yeah. Later, I think up to a certain point, she did. About a quarter way in, I started seeing, she showed more emotion and stuff like that.
Do you think it's not that she wasn't showing emotion, but that she was being so subtle with it, you might not have just picked it up?
And that could be. She was...
That's not.
It was more her...
You can't
her actions and stuff. I can't say I seen a whole lot in her face.
No, I would argue that. I felt like she was just that kid who was just in a new environment and, like, first day of school kind of shit.
Nervous, doesn't want to do anything.
Nervous, yeah. That's what I was getting out of her.
I have no dog in this. I haven't seen it. But, what it sounds like is she wasn't being overly expressive.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean it wasn't there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Whereas, unless, you're actively looking for it or, aware of the signs for it, you might not pick it up. Because there are cases like that where it's...
But most of them...
It feels like there's nothing coming off of a person, but they could be telling you a wider range of emotions just with a twitch of the lip or something like that. It can give a lot away if you know what you're looking for.
But I guess when you go back, without trying to spoil anything, from her background, most of the stories that have her traumatized, to me they're always crying or always... freaking out. There's
this is the X-23 girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's no big secret that that's a clone of Wolverine.
Yeah,
that's
at this point.
Yeah. That's not a spoiler.
And
I would just chalk that up to being a clone of fucking Wolverine and being a badass.
And I guess to me, in that sense, she didn't show, there wasn't her crying, screaming, throwing fits, or no... You didn't see a whole lot of that until a certain point. Whereas, in most of them, you see them, the instant something starts going wrong, crying, screaming fits,
I think that can be established by the fact that where she came from was a very abusive environment, and
You isolate
if you
yourself off.
you isolate yourself off, and at a certain point, what's the point of crying? Kids pick up on that. If you've seen kids in a long-term abusive relationship, they aren't crying. They'll take a switch to the back like a veteran, you know, like. And it's sad to say, but that's kind of how she portrayed that, and it was really good.
But
I mean,
she's just been emotionally hardened.
right? Yeah.
And maybe that was more what they're going for.
I think that was right on the nose what they were going for.
But it was, she played it off perfectly. I mean,
again, this ain't a spoiler because this was also a thing in the comic book, but they showed it in the movie too. When she was in the institute, she got to a point where she was so emotionally cut off, she started cutting herself.
Just to feel.
But it would heal instantly. But she was doing that. And even in the comic book, she did that. She was cutting herself constantly. And then, that's what I'm saying, like, that's how bad it was, like, where she was at. And when she got out of that, she just didn't know. It was like I said, it was like going the first day of school. And she played that brilliantly. Like really did.
It was like a culture shock to her.
Yeah,
These people are
totally culture shock.
These people aren't being assholes to me.
No, they were being assholes to her, but not in the same way.
Okay.
Because Logan was like, I don't want a fucking kid. What the fuck? No way. Fuck this shit.
he was an asshole in that movie.
He's always an asshole.
Yeah. So it was
it's
really
Logan.
I will say this without spoilers too. When Tad does get to go see it, you are gonna fucking bawl.
Yeah, I'm a little bitch.
Yeah. This is right up your alley for crying like a fucking baby. Definitely. So prepare yourself for that one. And the ending is super sad.
Good.
Super sad.
That's how Wolverine should end.
Oh.
Like, just super dejected.
Another movie I watched was The Passengers.
What is that?
That is,
I don't know if I've heard of
Chris
that.
Pratt.
I haven't even heard of it.
Oh, okay, with Jennifer Lawrence, and they're on the spaceship, and they're, like,
Yes.
traveling only to
Yes.
awaken to stop this thing.
I wanted to see that,
No,
but I
that's
haven't
not-
seen it.
no. It's okay.
Like,
They had a part in it that infuriated me, and they did it. And it's so small of a part too. I am such a stupid figler for detail. There's a part, I know why they did it, because it was the only way they could do it and convey that emotion, but it was totally inaccurate. And it was...
Like, it felt forced, or...
No, it was not forced. It kind of was forced.
It wasn't... Okay, a little forced.
It was a little forced because of how it was. He's doing, like, a spacewalk, right? And he's, like, super low. He's, like, contemplating suicide at this point. And he's doing a spacewalk in a spacesuit. And he's out in outer space. And he's, like, seeing the grandness of it. And a single tear rolls down his cheek.
Okay.
And that infuriated me.
Do tell why.
Because he's in... There's no gravity.
There's
it
no
shouldn't
gravity, dude. It shouldn't go down his cheek. It should just
Okay.
bubble up there and kind of float off. But
That makes more sense.
for the scene, for the lame folks who doesn't know how space works, it's got to roll down his cheek because it's got to show him crying. And if they don't see it going down his cheek, then people don't understand that he's crying.
So then why didn't they just... Wouldn't it make more sense to, like, have him see all this stuff and he gets back inside and he, like, stands next to, like, a window or whatever and then have it go where the gravity's there?
No. Because I guess they wanted it in that moment.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, other than that...
I guess I just...
Other than that, he was a complete asshole in that movie.
Chris Pratt?
Yeah, I mean he's likable and all, but the actions he does in that movie, it's like, whoa, I can't. Whoa, that's too far, dude. No way did you just do that. But that, if you want to see it, I wouldn't say it's bad. You can watch it, but
I kind of want to see it because I like Chris Pratt, but I cannot stand Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, I can't either.
Like, she annoys the hell
Oh
out
my
of
god.
me.
And it's not going to get any better in that movie either. Let me tell you.
Like, I didn't like her as Mystique in the X-Men reboots. I liked a lot of other things about those movies.
I don't.
Didn't like her.
I
Couldn't
don't-
watch the Hunger Games. Found them annoying.
I don't understand why everybody likes her so much.
Because she's quirky. I'm like, no, she's just a bitch.
I
She
like
was
the
good.
Hunger Games. I don't know who. I'm not good with actors. I don't know who she played as.
She's the
Katniss
main character.
Everdeen.
She's the main character.
And see,
I know the
like
name. I've only seen the first one. I thought the first one was alright.
I've seen them
But
all.
she's the new Mystique and all the X-Men
Yeah.
First Class.
And I don't like her.
I don't like her either.
At all. Like, I love Michael Fassbender as Magneto. I thought he was really good. You know, I like James McAvoy as Professor X. You know, they're really good. The guy who plays Young Beast is really good.
Yeah, he's not bad. He was really good in Mad Max.
Yeah, the chick who played Storm, I didn't mind her. She seemed alright for what little role she had. They got to play Quicksilver. Everyone knows how cool he is. Like, he's like, out of those 2 movies he's in, like, his scenes steal the movies. I can't stand Jennifer. Like, she I feel like she phones
movies
it
he
in.
in. What other movie are you referencing?
He was in Days of Future Past and X-Men.
Oh, that was the only one you're counting out of those? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was in the...
I didn't know if you're talking about Kick-Ass.
Oh, no, I'm talking about like just the X-Men franchise. I can't stand Jennifer Lawrence. I know it's a little side tangent, but like... When there were movie trailers I will see where it's like, oh, they're in this? Oh, they're in this? Sweet, I'm going to go see that. It's like, also starring Jennifer Lawrence. Nope.
Yeah.
Like, there's that one
I don't
movie...
blame you. I don't blame you.
Like, there's that one movie with Bradley Cooper. I love Bradley Cooper. I think he's a really talented actor. That Silver Lining Playbook. And then when I saw that she was starring opposite of him,
Opposite of him. Yeah.
and
I was the same way.
I don't want to see this.
I was the same way. I was like, yeah.
Like, if they'd gotten anyone else in there, I probably would have been.
She's even a bitch in real life.
Yeah.
And she filed that fucking...
She reminds me of Donald Trump if she was a chick. Because, like, she's like, I like her because she has no filter. I'm like, I fucking hate her because she has no filter. I have no problem in having no filter.
She said, like, she was in Hawaii and they were at this, like, a sacred site for the Hawaiian people.
Yeah.
And she said she was sitting on a rock that was a sacred rock, and she accidentally, like, knocked it off, and it rolled down the hill and almost killed somebody. And then they just, like, walked away. And then she's like... She's drunk when she's telling the story. Like, it's ha ha ha. And she saw it in the newspaper, like, someone defiled the landmark. She's like, I did that with my ass. I'm like, you're a fucking bitch.
That's horrible.
Yeah. And they were promoting that Passengers. And you see Chris Pratt sitting next to her because it was on that one show that you just talked about.
The Graham Norton show.
Yeah, the Graham Norton show. And Chris Pratt's like, oh, fuck. He's like, I don't want to be sitting next to this lady right now. He looks so uncomfortable. He's like, I can't believe you just told that story.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, he's like, I gotta get out of this situation.
I don't see how people like her. Like,
Yeah,
like
she's not that great.
Like,
I feel most people are more like
I am say that about Scarlett Johansson too, because she's an okay actress, but she's not nearly as good as everybody puts her out to be.
Yeah, but she's not as big of a twat as
No, she's
Jennifer
not.
Lawrence.
No.
See, I think most people are like him. There's very few actors that I'm...
Yeah.
First name basis.
Yeah, that
You're like,
I can recognize and can think of movies they were in. You say Scarlett Johansson,
Black Widow.
I couldn't tell you most movies she's been in.
She's also
I
in
could.
Ghost in the Shell.
I don't...
Apparently you're bad about that because she's emotional.
I'm...
She was in Lucy as well.
Ghost World.
Ghost World.
I'm not good at naming movies people were in and that. I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to a lot of the actors. There are a few that...
I just watch movies.
I don't care who's in it. They
People
can
dance on the
for all I care.
screen.
I could care less
You're at a strip
about
club.
actors because... And I'll use my favorite one for this because I loved his movies until I found out more about him, and now
Anthony Hopkins.
I just can't stand to go to any of his.
David Bowie.
I like the Die Hard series.
Oh, Bruce Willis.
But once I got to know more about him, now I can't stand to see his movies or anything about him.
Are you talking about the confrontation he had with Kevin Smith?
No.
Okay.
That was pretty bad, though.
Yeah, it was
For
bad.
me,
He's probably talking about the Expendables one.
Oh, okay.
That got me, like, is he really that big of a dick?
Oh,
yeah.
And the more I looked into it, the more I was like, I can't stand his movies now. And even trying to watch the Die Hard series, I've tried watching them. I own them.
Mm-hmm.
See,
and it's like, you start seeing how big a dick he is. You can tell in the first one he didn't have that ego. But by the time you watch the later ones, you can tell the ego and the just pure asshole he is.
Because he doesn't like Die Hard. I think he puts himself up on a bigger pedestal than he needs to be. And the fact that he has to go back and make fucking Live Free, Die Hard, or
Live Free, Die Harder.
Yeah, Live Free or Die Harder. The fact that he has to go back and do those movies because no one's hiring him probably pisses him off, and he doesn't even want to be there. He's
Well,
just like,
here's the thing. He doesn't have... Now,
mm-hmm.
he's a one-trick pony.
Mm-hmm.
You go back to The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, Pulp Fiction. You can throw Die Hard and stuff in there. You know, like, he had some range back in the day. But then...
I liked
what
even
happened.
Sixth Sense, and I liked a lot of those movies.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, those are 20 years ago. He had found his niche that's gonna make him money,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna play that character into the ground.
Yep.
What is in common with Cop Out, Red, and all the Die Hard movies that come after that?
Fuck, you could even say that about goddamn Tom Cruise, too. The same thing. He's found his niche.
To an extent, but at least Tom Hanks is...
I said Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Yeah, well, at least you kind of like Tom Cruise. Okay, I like Tom Cruise. You know, but at least he's like...
But I'm just saying,
he's open about it, and not an asshole about it.
Oh, he's an asshole, too.
Not as much as Bruce fucking Willis. That dude...
I don't know about that. He might be. I don't know about that. You'd have to
No, Tom Cruise, the difference I will say there, Tom Cruise, if somebody says, you know, great about a movie he was in or that,
he's nice.
And we'll talk to his face. Bruce Willis, somebody says something about Die Hard, he'll damn near flip him off and walk away from him.
I know.
I mean, he doesn't care about his fans. He's a dick to his fans.
He's very jaded.
He is very jaded.
And that just, I guess, for me, if you want to go into that type of career, and I'll use wrestling as a prime example, a lot of these people don't understand how some of these wrestling stars become as big as they are. They take the time to go out and meet their fans and endear themselves to the fans and stay that way. Whereas you have some of them, they believe their own hype, I guess is the best way to put it. Like they're above meeting fans. They're above talking to their fans.
Hulk Hogan.
For a moment there, I had no idea where you were going with fucking Bruce Willis and wrestling.
It's the same thing. Once you become jaded and don't care about the people who got you there, they're going to stop caring about you.
That's not for everybody, though, but it is for a lot of, like, famous people, yes.
Yeah, and I feel basically you get blown up with so smoked, you can overinflate it with yourself.
Yeah.
If you go into that type of career, that is part of it. You endear yourself to your fans. Whether you really give a crap or not is beside the point.
Fake it if you have to.
Yeah, I don't care if you fake it, okay? I'm being honest here. You at least give some respect to your fans. I don't feel he gives a crap about his fans.
Bruce?
Probably not.
And I don't think he does, no.
Now, well, you gotta think at this point, though, the dude doesn't have to do...
He doesn't.
...anything. And when you get to that point, you don't have to care.
No.
But at the same time, don't get mad at me when I like the stuff you've done. I think that might be the point he's trying to make. It's like, I get it, you don't like us. But just because I appreciate something you've done does not give you the right to be like, fuck you, dude, for enjoying stuff. It'd be like someone like, hey, remember that time that you saved my life? Fuck you, asshole! I should have killed you back then. You know?
I think the thing is too with Bruce is he's probably, like I said, he's so sick of the Die Hard thing, and he's most famous for that he just wants to get recognition for The Color Purple.
Maybe.
I really liked you in The Color Purple.
He wanted to be a comedian and stuff. Like, he did a lot of comedies and shit. And no one, no one cares about that shit.
Hudson Hawk. He wants a shout out from Hudson Hawk. Like, hey, Hudson Hawk. And he's like, fucking right! That guy gets it.
I guess one of the biggest... Sixth Sense is one of the biggest movies I liked him in.
Which one?
Sixth Sense.
Oh, okay.
And
Unbreakable is better.
I like that one as well, but I liked him best in Sixth Sense, I will admit. And I think he did a really good job in it. But even when people are, trying to show appreciation for that movie, he's still a dick to him.
Yeah.
That's not a standard.
The only thing you can do, if you feel that positive about it, the only thing you can do is just kind of boycott his new shit that's coming out.
I can't. That's the thing. I don't watch his stuff anymore. I don't.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why he's tapping back into the well, because that's the only jobs he can get. Like,
it just bugs me, when I see people that are like that, and I try not to get too much into the actors, because then it's like so many movies I can't stand to see because they're such pricks, and you just don't want to. It starts ruining my movie experience to me, because then I know, and that's what I think about through most of the movie is...
He was a dick on set.
You know who I think we can agree is really great? Benedict Cumberbatch. He is just a delight.
And I'll use the opposite of that is like Keanu Reeves.
Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm trying to remember what he...
I don't even know who that is.
Doctor Strange, Smaug, Imitation Game, Sherlock.
I didn't like him in Star Trek.
Oh, it's Khan?
Yeah, I didn't like him.
Khan. So hammy.
Oh man, he hammed it so bad.
Okay, in defense of him, in that movie, it wasn't just him.
No.
It was the overall presentation of the movie.
Yeah.
He just happened to be a part of it. But he did not
I honestly
help.
said, you went there, but when you started that conversation, you didn't sound like you were going to go there.
I wasn't.
And I was going to be like, just say the fucking movie. Don't just say, like...
No, I'll be the first
It
to
wasn't
admit
just him.
When we did the after movie review for it, I was not nice. I was very mad. It went on for a long time of me being angry about that movie. I still don't like that movie. I can't sit through that movie. But not because of Benedict Cumberbatch. Or Chris Pine or Zachary Quinto. I think they're all pretty good actors. But what you're saying is like Bruce Willis gives no fucks essentially about people, whereas Benedict Cumberbatch has his Gumber bitches or Cumber Collective, and he is so humble and nice about everything. You see him on any talk show, like if someone's like, "Oh, I love you," he'll run into the stands and give them hugs and take pictures, and he'll be late for stuff because he's spending so much time with the fans. And I brought him up as like the reverse to your Bruce Willis, and so like there are bonuses to like getting to know actors. Where like when I see Benedict Cumberbatch in something, I'm more inclined to go see it because of how I know he is.
But still, even I was using that as a reverse of I use Keanu Reeves because when I watch John Wick,
good movies. Second one not as good, but still good.
I haven't seen the second one.
It's good.
People said it was really good.
I think the first one was better though.
I could see that. Because I really didn't even see how they could do a sequel, honestly. It's like...
they stretched it.
Oh, yeah, I figured. Because I was like, now what's he going to do? Revenge on the car that was stolen?
That was the first 15 minutes of the movie, and that was resolved.
I saw John Wick. I enjoyed John Wick. But the plot for John Wick was fucking ridiculous.
How so?
Because it was just revenge for a puppy.
It was revenge for a puppy that his dead wife gave him while he was in grieving. The dude snapped and went on a rampage.
I get that.
That's what it is.
I get that. But when
what they did was that they took the last thing that gave him happiness in this world and they killed it in front of his face.
I know.
And so he was like, fuck it, go for broke.
It makes sense in the story, but when you say it out loud, it sounds absolutely ridiculous.
It doesn't to me. To me, it makes...
I get it. From his point of view and his mental state at that moment, I get it. If you take it out of context, you're like, yeah, he murdered like hundreds of people because someone killed his dog. That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you had to explain that movie to somebody who hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah, but you're not just going to tell them, like, what happened? Oh, some dudes killed this guy's dog and stole his car, so he, like, murdered this entire group of people. It's pretty sweet. No one's going to describe it that way. If they are, they should stop describing movies.
No, you have to. No, I'd argue, because you'd have to describe it that way. Because giving any further plot points away with the wife thing and everything like that, that's just kind of a spoiler.
In a way, but they're killing the dog and him murdering people is also a spoiler. Like that's basically the whole movie.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but then you get on, like, that's what happened. Like, this is what drives him to
it
that.
is a good movie.
They kill the dog and steal his car, and he goes and kills all those people. But emotionally, you get so invested.
Oh, no, I know.
Like, it's totally worth seeing. It's like, well, that sounds stupid. Like, well, it's 7:50 on a Tuesday. You're not going to be disappointed.
I would almost feel kind of bad just for that one point, because I'm saying you don't really want to give that emotional part away because that's a big part of the movie. So when you have to describe it, you have to go, it's about a guy getting revenge for a puppy, just go watch it.
You can take away the puppy part, though. You can just say it's with a guy...
Oh, he's getting revenge?
It was a guy who was attacked and hurt and left for dead, and he's going on a rampage to get his attack. Essentially, it's Kill Bill with Keanu Reeves. You know, but I think better action, not as campy. I don't like Kill Bill.
Yeah, I love Kill Bill.
I love Kill Bill.
I am the minority. I'm aware of this.
I like Kill Bill, but my wife has ruined Kill Bill for me.
Did she sit there and talk the entire time?
Nope. She's wanted to watch it. I've counted. We watched that a total of 147 times.
I've seen it twice.
Oh.
Didn't like it either time.
Okay. It's great maybe the first 20 or 30 times. After that, when you know the whole movie, literally you can say it line for line.
The only movie that should happen with is The Princess Bride.
No, okay, I can only stand a movie so many times.
Well in that one too.
You can go deeper. But I'm saying
if you watch that too many times, I think that
I don't know that movie is so good.
I don't know any movie out there.
Probably not in like a consecutive row. Like if the only movie I have to watch for 147 times is that movie, no, I'm not gonna like it.
Try every day, every night for probably. I think it was like 4 or 5 months.
Well, then put your foot down. It's like, no, bitch, we're watching 50 Shades of Grey.
Every night when we went to bed. I have not even watched that, so.
Apparently the second one left the seats wet.
Okay.
That whole movie just.
I think we're getting to the end of this, so...
I think we're degrading into... I don't know what we're talking about right now, so...
Okay, any closers?
I'm an opener. I really have a closer, I guess.
No closer? No.
Just Hakuna Matata. Have a wonderful day. Time to get pinged by Disney.
I do hope to be doing some reviews on more animes. I hope you'll be tuning in for those. I know we're going to be doing gameplays, let's plays, gameplays, I'm not sure what to call them. We'll be doing those.
Yeah. Here. Coming up.
I would like to do some more movie reviews. I know one of them I'm looking forward to is Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Not the Emoji Movie. Also... has Sir Patrick Stewart in.
No.
He plays the poop emoji. He's going to bring dignity to an otherwise shitty role.
Really looking forward to, and
I feel like you didn't make that up. You quoted that.
I might have heard that. I think he actually said that in an interview with Jimmy Fallon, I think it was.
One that will be coming up very shortly is, I believe it's the 24th of March, is the Iron Fist series is supposed to be coming to Netflix.
And
oh, yeah.
I haven't even watched Luke Cage.
I haven't watched Luke Cage.
Or the entire second... I've seen Jessica Jones in Season 1 of Daredevil. Have not seen the second season of Daredevil or Luke Cage.
Yeah.
I've watched them all.
I don't have time to watch shows, though. That's my thing. Like, I get to watch, like, a YouTube video every now and again. Or, like, an episode of, like, Naruto... once every 2 weeks for their Hulu. Other than that, like, I have so much other stuff on my plate that I want to do. I don't have time to sit and watch. And if I have it on the background, I feel like I'm like defeating the purpose of having it going because I'm not going to retain any information. Like, I'm going to have like stuff going on in the background. Like, wait, what happened? I have to go back and re-watch it. If I want to sit, I want to watch something. I want to sit and watch it. You know what I mean?
Well, I watch while I'm either doing housework or
I can't do that.
working on
I can't
a project.
I can't. I'm not focused on the stuff. You know, if I'm focusing on the show, I'm not doing what I should be doing or working on.
For me, it just works well. But I'm a chaos person, so.
I thought you were a Paragon.
I work in chaos. It does better for me. But
there'll probably be some like
good thing you're not
cosplay stuff too in the future as well.
Yes.
So.
I'm looking at a giant sword right now.
Yeah.
And I think a Mickey head.
Maybe. Not giving anything away. Don't drop the curtain.
But
oh, no.
we're hoping to get some of those put in here shortly.
There's a lot coming up down the pipe, so just stay tuned, I guess.
Yay!
Yay! Good night.
Or morning.
Whatever.
Afternoon.